do that.
Jump in there.
All right, we're back, and Gary's going to continue on. You were just saying in the last segment, you get a lot of questions about just oil in general.
Yeah,
And then that is a big topic even on our show. Let's get into that.
a lot of consumers are there's some confusion about which oil should I use, and again, you go to manufacturer's recommendations in the owner's manual, you'll find application-driven recommendations on full synthetics. If you've got a high-performance turbocharged car,
Right.
Chances are that OEM is going to recommend that you use a full synthetic oil change.
Right.
They've also got really strict mileage intervals on those high-performance engines. Then you get into conditions where you're pulling a trailer or you're operating in really cold climates or really hot climates. Synthetics may be the recommended. In an automobile or a gasoline light-duty truck, SNGF5 is the API classification. That's the same classification on full synthetics, synthetic blends, and conventionals. They all three carry the same. If your car does not call for a full synthetic oil, you don't have to use it.
Right.
Some people feel like they're going to get more life out of their car, or they're doing their car a favor by using synthetics, and that's perfectly fine. It's really up to the consumer. It may not be necessary to use it, but some people like using it. And again, that's fine, but we do constantly get these things. Some people will think that the full synthetics actually have different API classifications.
No, they don't.
really don't. They're
Still meeting the same specs.
still meeting the same specs, but the application, the strength, the durability of the base oil is better with the
Got
synthetics.
it.
And so it'll perform better in tougher conditions.
Got it.
It'll hold up.
Got
In
it.
the extremes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Whether you're pulling a horse trailer, whether you're really early morning start, or whether
Right.
you're in high heat of the desert,
Right.
it works in those streams. But none of them are worth a flip if you don't change them regularly.
That's true.
You're
That's
exactly
true too.
right.
Good point.
You're
So, and I wanted to just touch on this for just a second. And I know because Dan and I talked about this a little bit, and I know we're running out of time here.
We're
But
okay.
the ad packs that there's only how many manufacturers actually make, because you guys don't make your own ad packs. Those are all purchased from somebody else to then go into your oils, because that's a whole science all by itself, making sure that you meet all of the specifications, and those things are changing on a regular basis. But you guys buy your ad packs, and then you basically have I saw it yesterday, you actually have a sheet when you go to build oil. You have a sheet that says, okay, I need to have this much of this much of this much of that, and the guy up top is putting that into the tank, and he's blending it all up, and there's some big stirring devices, if you would, that helps all that get cycled around and make sure that everything is blended well, and then off you go.
Geez, John, you just told all of our trade secrets right there in one sentence. You got to knock that off. So, yeah.
It was fat, and I enjoyed that. Being a gearhead, I enjoyed that part, because it's like, okay, because you don't realize how that looks or how that works, and I'm guessing that it probably isn't any different for any other blender. I mean, the technology is probably very similar from one to the other. You've got to have a tank. You're putting a certain amount in. You're putting a certain amount of additives in to make sure that meets that recipe, if you would, that you're trying to design. One thing, and I'm sure everybody else does this too, but one thing you guys did that I thought was very cool yesterday is, so you guys watching know this, when you guys are done with this product, it goes through other various tests before it actually hits the marketplace. You don't just blend it and then put it in bottles and ship it out.
We have an incredible QC standard that you went through yesterday. Now, one of the best part about it is you didn't see part of that. You saw the end part of that test.
Right.
Every raw material that we bring in here is QC tested. Everything makes sure that it's met what it's supposed to be before it even gets in our kettles. Our kettles, please.
Got it.
Now, from our kettles coming to our storage tanks to the kettles is tested again to make sure that nothing's happened during that process. Then the finished product's done, and then you walk through that whole process again and make sure it meets all those API classifications.
Very cool.
To me, we provide 100% warranty on any product we built. If it's used in a way that manufacturer states it to be used, we cover all of our products with 100% warranty.
And the same thing is true, you mentioned on our feedstock, on our used oil. There's a tremendous number of tests that used oil goes through before it ever gets into our holding tanks prior to going into the re-refinery, because if we know the quality of what we're putting in the feedstock, we know the quality we're going to get out as a finished product.
Well, guys, and I know we're running out of time, we're up against the clock here, but we could go on for hours, and we're not going to get all this done. All the more reason to have you guys start calling into the show on a regular basis and talk about different things that are coming out, especially as we start getting some of these new products, as we were talking earlier in some of the other videos about, you know, the 018 or 016, I guess it was, and 08 and some of those things. Yeah, we want to have you guys back on and talk more about that. But most of all, we're extremely grateful just to be here in the first place and learn about something that our listeners are, you know, as to Gary's point earlier, there's so much confusion out there, so much marketing, by the way, goes into oil, which you guys are not doing. You know, one thing about you guys too is your marketing to us as installers really is all your marketing too. You're not running commercials or sponsoring NASCAR or doing all those different things. So, which in the end of the day enables us to actually buy oil at the right price so we can service our customers properly. They get great value at the end of the day and really know they've got the best product possible to go into the vehicle.
We build partnerships.
Yeah.
We don't have customer base, we build partnerships. The stronger you are,
Yeah.
the more knowledgeable you are. Of course, the more you're going to sell, which
That's right.
of course, the more we're going to
No,
sell.
if you make us
So
successful, we
absolutely.
make you successful, and that's what I
Absolutely.
tell my employees. If I can make them successful, then they're making me money, and it's no different with you guys. And let's face it, it is about staying in business. You know, I believe in capitalism. If we can't make a profit and stay in business, then you know what, we're not going to be, and it's not going to work. So
It's no fun practice.
there's no denying that we all have to make money, but also at the end of the day, just like our show, we also are here to generate a high quality product, help you, the listener and the viewer, really know that you've got the best possible products to meet your needs in your vehicle, thereby saving you the most money when it's all said and done, because we all know you get what you pay for when it's all said and done. So I'll just close with that. So guys, thanks for having us. We appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you.
John, thank you very much.
You bet.